I lost my most weight when I canceled my gym membership, oddly enough. Before we start, I just want to preface this video by saying, if you are expecting a video about quick fixes on how you can quickly lose weight, drink more water, and eat lots of protein, this is not the video for you. But if you want a video to learn and listen to me sharing my story about how I changed my life and how weight loss was one of the biggest side effects of that, then this is the video for you. And also, I know this is a sensitive topic, so I just wanted to point out that this is a safe space. Let's start with the fact that I am a woman, and I think the biggest thing I had to tell myself was that my body changes and that my weight will fluctuate, and realizing that that is a part of life. I grew up, I would say, I was like a chubby kid. I don't know. I was a healthy kid. When I hit puberty is when I lost a lot of weight. I was kind of unhealthily skinny. Like I was like really underweight. It wasn't until I think 2013, my mom passed away and my life changed a little bit. I was just eating out a lot. I was drinking a lot. I would go out a lot. I was not the happiest person, and that was when I gained some weight. 2016, I stopped traveling so much and I like really took control over what I was eating. That was when I got back to, I would say, this weight. In 2018, I decided I wanted to try birth control because the doctor recommended it to me. Messed me up. I went from the weight I probably am now, 25 pounds heavier in the span of 3 months. And at that time, it was probably the peak of my career, and I was traveling a lot. I was getting ready to move to LA. I was on camera 3 times a week, and the comments started rolling in. And then I started getting really in my head, doing crazy diets. My mentality was just not where it was supposed to be. I was depressed. I was obsessing over the fact that I couldn't fit into any of my clothes. I was obsessing over comments that said, oh, is Jazz pregnant? Oh, Jazz gained a lot of weight. That went on for a couple of years. And then it wasn't until I would say 2022, I got proposed to. And then I was like, I don't want to get married and be sad and not be comfortable in my skin, because I wasn't. It wasn't until 2022 when I really started meditating and I really started my like health journey from the inside out. And that was just tracking everything I was eating and then cutting out like gluten and dairy and all the stuff that could affect the inflammation in your body, whatever they say, the doctors. It was good. It was a good month of just like healing from like my core. I was only eating whole foods. It wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be my diet from now on. It was just like, let's just do this for a month to kind of reset your body. And then I slowly started incorporating it back into my diet. I think what really changed for me is learning how to love myself. And so I think December of last year, I started journaling every day and I started meditating every day. And I started writing down what I'm grateful for. And I started really focusing on what I was consuming. Not what I was eating so much, but definitely what I was consuming mentally. So I muted a lot of people. I actually deleted my Instagram for a long time. And I really took a break from social media. And I realized that triggers, like people commenting really horrible things or not understanding that when people do comment things that it's not about me, it's about them. Like learning those things definitely helped my whole psyche, like everything about me, which honestly, like all this stuff helped me lose weight because I was feeding myself just really healthy things. I was only being nice to myself. I was only being kind to myself. I started hating things that were bad for me. So I started hating going out. I started hating drinking. Alcohol was the biggest part of my life because I would go out, all my friends drink. I'm a grown adult, like all my friends drink alcohol. So I started going for walks with friends instead of going for drinks. And then I would only save drinking for, you know, birthday parties, celebrations, realizing that that was a depressant that was causing a lot of problems in my life. I started making small changes into my life, and I didn't realize that everything that I was doing was affecting every part of my body. So from the inside out, like I started getting less sick. My stomach pains went away. My skin got so much better. Small habits that really, really helped me was cut out drinking. You don't need it. You don't need to drink. Honestly, honestly, you don't. Don't make too many rules. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna cut off drinking, but I didn't decide that. It just happened. And then that also goes with, I'm not gonna follow a diet. And that was a huge thing because people would be like, oh, you need to have this amount of protein, you need to have this amount of whatever. When I really listened to how food was making me feel, I was able to make changes into my diet that would help me. And it wasn't about dieting. It was all about listening to what my body wanted. I'm really into cooking at home and I cook my favorite foods. I make chicken sandwiches, I make pizzas, whatever it is, but I make it healthy because something can taste good and still be healthy. And I don't know why like we're so programmed to feel like we have to eat like all this bad food all the time. Like we gotta put a ton of butter in it. We gotta put a ton of oil in it just to make it taste good when all you need is seasonings. My seasoning cabinet, crazy. It's insane. This is the worst time to film this because we haven't gone grocery shopping, but some of our staples, frozen rice, this shit is so easy. I don't like rice. Harjit loves brown rice. He doesn't mind this. Having these on hand, you put them in the microwave for 3 minutes. At the end of the day, you gotta make eating healthy really easy for you. Having hard-boiled eggs on hand, greatest thing ever. Quickly eat it if you need a snack. And then I grab veggies. I really like green beans. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time to like cut up veggies, so I'll grab like the bag of already cut up veggies that you can just like throw on a frying pan. But I really just listen to my body and I really just have the same meals over and over again. I'm not like tracking any of my food, but I know that I am obsessed with these bagels and I am obsessed with making my own french fries. So we just grab potatoes. Wait, you're in the circle of light. There he is. I was just showing them some easy snacks, hacks. This is just having chickens. I love cooking, but I hate cutting off the fat of chicken thighs, which you should, because it's a lot of fat. So what I do is when we get the chicken, I marinate all the chicken at once. So I'll do a jerk marinade, and then I'll do a tandoori marinade, and then I'll do a herb and garlic, and then whatever else I'm feeling. And then I put them in bags, good to go, really easy. You're not tempted to go to In-N-Out like I always am. This is my go-to pre-workout or like early morning snack, blueberry bagel. This is the best thing ever with almond butter, jelly, and banana. I love almond butter. Right now I'm trying to take out a lot of inflammatory items, so I get raw almond butter, and so the only ingredient is almonds. I never used to be a snack person, and so sometimes I would not eat for a long time, and so I started making my own little trail mixes, and this has pumpkin spiced pumpkin seeds, almond butter almonds, and cashew butter cashews. They're from Trader Joe's. They're so good. Almonds covered with almond butter. There's sugar in this. It's not the best thing for you, but it's so good. The one thing I hate more than anything in the world is protein powder and protein bars.
I love it. Finding the best protein bar is my mission in life. I checked TikTok today. Someone said this pure protein, chocolate, peanut butter is the best protein bar if you warm it up.
We're gonna do a little taste test for you.
Oh my God.
I think you'll like it.
Oh my God.
It's actually really good.
Oh my God.
I don't like the aftertaste of protein.
This tastes like a Mars bar melted. If y'all want to lose weight and be jacked, just hit your biceps every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, biceps.
This goes against everything I've been saying. Also, like another thing, I don't drink or eat a lot of sugar when it comes to like my coffees and stuff, but we do love a sweet treat. Dark chocolate. Sometimes I'll have a whole chocolate bar. Honestly, if I'm feeling like it, I won't deprive myself of that because we know that if we deprive ourselves, we're not those people that are like, oh, you gotta hide it and then you won't eat it. No, we'll go to the store and grab like a cake. Our sweet tooth is crazy. So like knowing these things is so important. When you're trying to be somebody else, when you're trying to deprive yourself of what you want, then that's when it goes really bad because you're like deprive. Okay, I'm gonna binge. There are things that I don't have sugar in, like sugar-free maple syrup. I drink a lot of LaCroix. I don't really drink like pop anymore or soda, but I do like me some Diet
Coke Zero Cherry.
Diet Coke Zero, specifically this one. It takes me a week to finish like this whole bottle. I know this isn't good for you, but I'll have a couple sips while I'm eating like pizza or pasta or whatever it is that I'm eating that makes me feel like drinking one of those things. So it's all like give and take.
I'll give you this protein bar.
Also eating when you're hungry and not when you're not, you know? Like there are times where I'm not hungry but Harjit's eating and I would be like, oh well, let me just eat so I don't have to cook twice. Or sometimes there are times where Harjit doesn't want to eat and I am starving. Why would I deprive myself of food if someone's not gonna eat? You know what I mean? Okay, let's talk about working out. This is the game changer for me. My whole life, I played sports. I tried the weightlifting thing, and I guess that kind of worked for me when I was younger, but I have seen the most definition in my body. I have never, like, I'm just gonna, look at that. I always just show everybody my muscles. There's muscles that I've never had before. I have abs. First time in my life I have abs, and it was from listening to my body. Weightlifting doesn't work for me. I don't know if it's because when I grew older or like my body just like can't handle that much stress on it, like so much unnecessary weight. Also, I didn't like it. You know, I wasn't having fun. The one thing that has worked for me consistently and that I can do consistently, because I have canceled my gym membership, I started doing Pilates. I took one class, fell in love. It was reformer Pilates. It was so hard, but I was like, this is so cool. It's mind, muscle. You have to be present in the moment or you will fall off your reformer and you will die. You probably won't, but you know what I mean? Like it was very therapeutic and my body just changed completely. I've seen muscle growth in places that I have never seen before. I am just like really happy of where my body is right now. And I'm just consistent with it because I started doing workouts at home. Okay, so I understand that not everyone can have a home gym. So honestly, all I really need is getting either a mat like this or a mat like this. This is for me, so do whatever you want. But having like one of these two mats plus, I would say 5 and 10 pound. If you can't have a home gym, honestly, even 5 pounds, even water bottles or something heavy is all I need. So like I said, I'll give myself 5 minutes, 5 minutes minimum. Just come down here and do whatever you can. And usually it's like me stretching. I'll throw on a YouTube video. I love Move with Nicole. There are a couple of other fitness YouTubers that I watch and they do Pilates videos. And what I love about it is that their videos are in playlists from 5 minutes to an hour. And I'll do like a 5-minute Pilates class or a 10-minute Pilates class, whatever it is. And then sometimes that leads into an hour-long workout where I'm like, oh, I feel like working out my legs today. So I'll grab like a 15 pound. I'll do some squats. I'll do some like lunges. I'll do whatever it is I feel like doing. I'll grab 5 pounds. Just do this, you know what I mean? While I'm like watching a YouTube video. Do whatever I want that makes me feel good. The best part about it is that I just need a mat and my phone and then that's it. I do a lot of yoga and like headstands. This is where I do my famous headstands. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you're not gonna see my headstand journey, sorry. Because I post on my stories, so follow your girl. Just having like little goals and like fun stuff that I wanna do is what helped me the most, because I'm actually really excited to wake up every day and be like, oh, I can't wait to just go downstairs and do some Pilates or go downstairs and do some yoga. The one thing is like consistency. Consistency doesn't mean an hour workout every day. It could mean a 5-minute workout one day and a 50-minute workout the next day. Or 5-minute workouts every day for 3 weeks is better than 0 workouts every day for 3 weeks. So that's the way I like to look at it. All this stuff, don't feel like you need it. I don't even use a treadmill anymore. If I want to go for a walk, I go outside. I do use this sometimes. That's why I probably won't get rid of it, because I like sometimes trying to do a pull-up. I'm not gonna do it for you guys right now. Sometimes I wanna skip rope. It doesn't mean I wanna do it all the time. Having this stuff helps, but like, you don't need it. Finding what's right for you, I feel like is just the most important thing, because everyone's different. Harjit loves going to the gym. It's a lot for me to go to the gym because people are there. You have to look somewhat kind of presentable. You feel like you can't just go there for 5 minutes because, oh, I'm going all the way there. I can't go for 5 minutes. Let me just not go. Or I'm gonna go there. Someone's gonna see me and they're gonna see that I've only been there for 5 minutes and they're gonna judge me. And then you just go home and you're like, fuck, like I can't believe I only did 5 minutes at the gym. Like that girl did whatever. And you're like comparing yourself to other people. If that's not you, that's cool, but that was me. I'm learning to change it, but I know what worked for me is being alone and working out at home. Harjit used to tell me, and sometimes he still tells me, he's like, you need to lift weights and eat protein. The minute I stopped listening to him, these shoulders didn't come from doing shoulders with Harjit.
Okay, let's calm down.
Just telling you now.
Let's relax.
So do what works for you. What works for Harjit obviously doesn't work for me. but you do you, boo. I do want to talk about mindset a little more deeply. I think that's a whole other video, but I will say that meditating and journaling was definitely a game changer for me, realizing that I had a lot of trauma that I had to heal from my childhood when I was younger and I was a little bit chubbier, and I had like one girl cousin who was like always a good weight. People would compare me to her, and that really fucked me up even as an adult, because then I started comparing myself to everybody else. I'm like, oh, I'm this person's height, why am I not their weight, or whatever it is. Really learning to heal myself and be like, okay, what makes me me is the best thing about me. I just need to really love myself, because no one else is gonna love me like the way that I love me. And another thing is like being back home is so triggering for me. I remember when I went home, I was a certain weight, and then when I came back, I gained 4 pounds. I was only gone for 10 days. Some people don't change and they don't see your change, and so they treat you how they treated you when you were a child. And then those caused triggering feelings into my body, and that trauma response caused me to be really sad, to drink more, to make very unhealthy choices. If it's really hard for me to say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have McDonald's 3 times a day, that means that something is going really wrong up here. I am essentially gonna do what I feel like doing, and so I know that when I feel my best, I'm gonna treat myself the best. And when I feel my worst, I treat myself really poorly. And that's kind of what it all comes down to, is genuinely when I wake up in the morning, I am so excited to journal. I'm so excited to read. I'm so excited to meditate. I am so excited to eat a healthy meal. I do a lot of Ayurvedic. I can never say that word. I do a lot of Ayurvedic. Wow, I'm struggling. Ayurvedic. Hey Siri, how do you say Ayurvedic? Ayurvedic? I've been doing a lot of Ayurvedic, I can't say it. A lot of like dry brushing, putting like oil on my body, and knowing that like warmer foods is better for my body than colder foods. And also listening to my dad. My dad's really into yoga and meditation, and he's vegan. He eats what he feels, and he looks like he's 50 and he's 70. Listening to him and listening to people who are like, oh, okay, you actually look good and you feel good and you're happy. Those are the people you want to listen to and have in your life. All in all, cut off negativity and let in positive, good vibes all around. I am the happiest I think I've ever been in my life. I owe that all to meditation, journaling, listening to my body, and being real with yourself. I think that you should make the most of everything, and you shouldn't be upset about how you look. I feel like I've kind of wasted a lot of years that I can't get back because I was so focused on how I look on the outside when I should have been focused on how I feel on the inside. So plan and figure out what makes you you and what works for you. And it's all trial and error, but like writing down how you feel helps so much, because I know that having a lot of processed food makes me feel sick. I know that dairy gives me acne. If you see a pimple on my face, you know your girl had pizza or ice cream. I know that when I have too much gluten, I don't feel my best and my digestive system is like on overdrive. I know that because I write things down, and I know that because I listen to my body. That's what I learned from listening to my body, and every body is different. And so the way you can learn about yourself is listening to yourself and also seeing what your parents are like. You know what I mean? Like, it's all genetics too. So it's like my mom also used to gain weight a lot and lose weight a lot, and now looking back, she was on a lot of crash diets. The early 90s was like crash diet central. So I know now, like, okay, I can't do crash diets. I just gotta do like the 80-20 rule, or just eat what I want, but be smart about it, you know? So I wanna discuss this stuff in the comments, but I don't want any negative comments, please, because at the end of the day, we're all different and I'm just sharing my story. So let's be nice. I will talk to you guys in the comments. And if you guys want me to talk more about my mental health journey, let me know, and I wanna make a whole video on that too. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week.